Um, she's a resident. She wants to observe this, so that's
awesome. Awesome.
This isn't real common, and so even when you have your treatment in a couple of days,
Good for you.
there may be more people who come and oversee things. If you're okay with that.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. First of all, who the heck are you?
Ricardo Ruiz, Carrasquillo.
Spell it.
Yeah.
Social Security and date of birth.
3-6.
What a nightmare almost. Huh? No kelp in the last 4 weeks.
What is that?
Kelp is the seaweed that we talked about, like in sushi
seaweed.
and that sort of thing. Okay. And you haven't had a CT with IV contrast. Okay. No cardiac catheterization. No, of course. No interventional, no procedures on your body. Okay. I'm specifically concerned about ones that use contrast. Now, the medicine that caused all this trouble, the methazamol, when was the last time you took that?
About, we'll say a week and a half.
Yeah, it was about 8 days, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember talking to you on the phone, and I needed you off that for at least a week. There's a rare drug out there, people would know if they were on it, it's called amiodarone. You'd never heard of that, so, okay. And we talked about you a week ago when you and I talked, you quit taking the multivitamin, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I took it once
Okay.
within that week.
Sure, I'm not worried about that. And then there's a strange solution out there that protects the thyroid called Lugol's solution.
No.
You've not used that. And you haven't had any topical iodine used. The brown stuff
The brown,
that they put in.
no.
Okay. This is the first time you've ever had this?
Yes.
And the last and only time. We'll do it right the first time, right?
Yes. That'd be nice.
You had nothing to eat or drink the last 4 hours?
No.
Okay, and we talked about this, nothing to eat or drink for another 2 hours, and with the exception to that is water. You know, we live in the desert, you need to stay hydrated. After those 4 hours, there won't be any restrictions on your diet until we talk tomorrow, and I'll get to that in a second. But except for staying to the low iodine.
Okay.
And I sent you the low iodine recommendations, right? You stay within that fairly well?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so a timeline of what's going to happen today. I'm going to give you this pill. Nothing else in your stomach competing for it. It's going to get broken down. It's going to go to your whole body. Place that I want it to go, or the only organ in our body that uptakes iodine is your thyroid. Okay. You're going to come back here 4 to 6 hours later. I think I've got you scheduled at 1, which is 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 4 hours by the time we get this. We're a little slow today. I'm sorry.
No worries.
When you come back, I'm going to use my fancy Geiger counter here,
Okay.
and I'm going to measure here. I'm going to measure here. I'm going to take this measurement from your neck, subtract the measurement from your thigh, and divide it by the original amount of radiation that was in there, and get a percentage. And I know what normal is. I'm going to see if you're in that normal range, hypo range, or if you're in the hyper range.
I work out a lot, so I have pretty big legs.
You know what though? So what this is to tell me some of it's going to remain in your blood system, and this is going to be what your blood is. So I subtract it. When I count here, I can't just get the thyroid. I'm going to get the blood that's in your neck too. So there's a whole science to it. Like this crazy little plastic thing over here. This was made. It looks like it's such a cheap piece of plastic. This is thousands of dollars because somebody invented this and made it mimic the attenuation that a neck would create. So when I counted the pill, I put it in here and did that. Okay. So I'm going to find out where you are in that range. We're suspecting you're going to be hyper. We're not just going to find that out. We're going to quantify it.
Perfect.
Okay. Then we're going to take you into our gamma camera and we're going to get pictures from all different angles and see what your thyroid looks like. I'm a horrible artist, but thyroid kind of looks like this, a nice butterfly. The thyroid. I'm going to see how active and how the iodine's gone to it. Is it homogeneous through all it's gone through? Are there nodules that are either hyperactive or hypoactive? How's the left side compared to the right side? And size, shape, location. There can be a bit of variation amongst people.
Okay.
I'm going to find out what's going on with you. Okay? That'll take about an hour, hour and a half, okay, when you come back at 1 today.
Okay.
And let me confirm that, too, to make sure we're not busy, because I do have that window of 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
And if it looks like we're busy, I want you to come back when you'll have to wait the least amount of time.
Okay.
Okay? Tomorrow, you're going to come in at, it looks like it'll be about 9, because that'll be 24 hours from the time that we did it. Okay. I'm going to count you again. I expect the number to double from the 4 to 6 hour count to the 24-hour count. We'll see what happens. Okay. The thyroid should work linearly, but sometimes it'll happen where overnight it'll either take a jump up. But we'll find out what you're like. And we're going to find out what your numbers are.
Yeah.
4 to 6 hour thyroid percentage uptake and your 24-hour. Then we're going to take that with the blood work that's got back that's indicated that you're probably hyperthyroid, and we're going to decide how much to dose you.
Okay.
If we get real surprising results and things kind of strange on us, that's all tentative. But you and I, making these plans with your schedule, have set this up for us to proceed if everything comes back like we
Perfect, yeah.
expected. So, if that happens, tomorrow before you come and see me at 9 o'clock, you may eat and drink, again, keeping the low iodine being even more important, okay? We'll do the count, which will take like 15 minutes. Then, we're going to find out how much to treat you with. It may take an hour or so to kind of do those calculations and get things. I want you to wait here during that time.
Okay.
So approximately 10 o'clock, I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, hey, Rick, I want you back at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that'll give me plenty of time to have the medicine made and shipped down from Phoenix.
Perfect.
You'll come back at 2 o'clock. I'll need you to be at least 4 hours without food then,
Sure.
too. So usually what happens is you get stuck here till 10. I'll say, okay, you got an hour to eat. So go and get something now because it's going to be a while till you can eat again. Because it not only needs to be that 4 hours, but then it needs to be another 2 hours afterwards so that nothing's competing for the digestion of it. Okay? So you're going to come back at 2, and I'm going to give you a radioactive pill. I'm going to check you with the Geiger counter, see how radioactive you are, releasing you into the community.
Okay.
And I sent you the restrictions, right?
Yes.
The release information. Okay. I'm going to put 3 days on all of that because I know with your condition, your range is going to be between, it's going to be below 30.
Okay.
And being below 30, I'm going to be comfortable with you being that. But again, the most important is that 8-foot bubble. Nobody's inside that 8-foot
Okay.
bubble for a cumulative 60 minutes in a 24-hour period.
Perfect.
No one who's potentially pregnant or anyone under the age of 18 in that 8-foot bubble whatsoever.
Okay.
Have all your grocery shopping done. No going out to Denny's. Okay. Private restroom if you can. Flush twice. Sleep alone. Keep your laundry for a week and launder it.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
I think
Okay,
yeah.
that's the whole overview. That's everything. Okay,
Okay.
so now I'm going to give you this diagnostic pill. It's iodine I-123, and with this there are no restrictions.
Okay.
You could hold pregnant people,
Okay.
be around babies, no problem. Okay, I don't want this to touch your oils on your fingers, so I want it like a shot of tequila. Okay.
Okay.
You may have all of this water, and I'm not going to put any restrictions on you for water at all. It's hot out. I'm going to look at the board and see what time to have you come back. But any questions about anything? Okay. Our telephone number, my telephone number, are all going to be available to you. If questions come up, like sometimes people will get home and they'll say, oh, what about my animals? Okay. If something like that comes up and you have a question, give us a call. We are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, God forbid.
I can wait here for today, yeah?
What's that?
Today I can wait here for this?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll show you, give you a tour, show you our waiting room.
Yeah.
Okay. But, yeah, if you ended up being in the hospital for something unrelated or something, I'd want you to call us and let us
Okay,
know.
yeah.
Okay? All right. Let's go look at the board and I'll tell you what time to come back.